Darkism alert. Darkism alert. Darkism alert. I'm back again, y'all. Of course, it's your favorite dark-skinned chick in the whole wide world, Rashida Strober, aka the world's first dark-skinned activist. Rashida Strober, the inventor of dark-skinned activism. And I'm back because I want to share with y'all another episode, whatever you want to call it, instance of darkism. I'm not going to say nobody's name, but I'm sharing with you my personal experiences in regards to what happens to me in my everyday life that reflects darkism, y'all. It just never stops. It never, ever, 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 ever stops. It continues to rear its ugly head in the Black community. And here's the thing. Here's the thing about darkism. Darkism not only consists of dark skin discrimination by non-dark skinned people, as I explained to you guys before. Darkism also consists of dark skin on dark skin discrimination. Let me say that again. Dark skin on dark skin discrimination. So I've experienced another instance of this where a dark skinned person is discriminating against me. And whether or not they realize it, I don't know, but I realize it and I'm calling it out. Okay, here's the thing. There's a saying that goes, I believe it's the white man's ice is colder, something like that, something to that effect. I'm gonna look at the chat box. If I mess up the quote, y'all correct me. But in the Black community, hey y'all, I'm back again. Oh, thank you. I Nico Taylor, I appreciate that. I appreciate y'all tuning in again. You know, there's a saying that goes that the white man's ice is colder. A lot of Black people have used that to say that, you know, white people, their stuff is better. Their stuff is better than Black people. Hey, Kim. Hey, the Brown Girl Network. Thank y'all for tuning in. You know, and in the entertainment industry, this comes across when people talk about they want to go mainstream. You understand what I'm saying? When you have singers that say they want to go mainstream, or an actor or a rapper, they want to go mainstream, because if they go mainstream, that means they entice a white audience. They have a white audience and they feel like they're going to make more money. And in a lot of instances, it's true that they can make more money because, you know, because of the social and political economic situation of Black people in this country, we have been disenfranchised. But tonight, I want to speak about this in regards to darkism. I'm not going to say anyone's name here. There's a particular Black woman, and I knew that this person was being very insincere from the moment she did what she did. I knew it, because if she was sincere, she would have reached out to me first, and she did not do that. That made me instantly know that this person was not sincere. So basically, without giving too much of it away, the person refused to basically reach out to me after she found out that a non-Black woman was not going to be a part of the discussion. Let me repeat that. This person, she's showing her character here. And if you happen to be watching this live stream, please know that you are committing an act of darkism. That is dark skin discrimination onto a dark skinned person. And in this case, it happens to be a dark skinned person committing dark skin discrimination or darkism onto another dark skinned person. She refused to get in contact with me after she found out that a non-dark skinned, a non-Black woman was not going to be a part of the discussion. And it's because I already know the game. And just so you know, one thing about me, when in my dealings with who I'm dealing with, I don't reach out to people because of their color. I'm not one of those people that's saying, oh, let me go talk to a white person or an Asian person or a purple person because I want to increase my audience. Even though I know it makes sense, I understand intellectually it makes sense, but I'm a sincere person. And I feel that if my work is speaking for itself, the sincerity is showing through, God is going to send the right people into my circle to assist me. And so I just let things happen organically and naturally. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not a user. I'm not here to use anyone. I'm not here to be manipulative. I'm not here to speak to people because I think that they can do something for me. I'm here to speak my truth about darkism. And if it happens to attract the people that it attracts, whether they be white, Black, brown skin, light skin, dark skin, Indian, then that's who it's supposed to attract. And so the lesson here is, well, excuse me, y'all, I got a washing machine, the dryer is going. So the lesson here for you is you need to be sincere about what you do. And I know also the lesson here is I'm being devalued. Even as I'm speaking on dark skin activism, which is, something that I created, I'm speaking about darkism. I am being devalued by another dark person because they are saying that if the non-Black person cannot be a part of the conversation, then there's no need for me to even talk to you. Who are you? Dark skin on dark skin discrimination. I see right through you. I see exactly what you're doing, and you dead ass wrong for that. You need to check yourself. You are insincere. You are a fraud. In respect to this, you are. You are shady. You're not a good person at all. And I will never speak. The only way I would even think about, consider, because, I even hate to even put that on the table. But the only way that I would even consider speaking to you at this point is you're going to have to pay me for my time and energy. Because your actions have shown me how fake you are, how insincere you are. And you have committed darkism tonight. You have committed darkism against another dark-skinned woman. This action is the last straw. You think that by you being in a conversation with me and a white woman being there, you think it's gonna bolster your status. I see right through you because I done seen this happen so many times with Black people. I had this situation happen to me before in so many different instances. I used to work at a company, and I have no problem saying their name, Factor Direct, when I was in Los Angeles. And I will never forget, I was working as a recruiter there was a white lady that was my supervisor. And I wouldn't even really say she was my supervisor because I had more education than everybody there. I mean, I had a master's degree. I have a master's degree. She and I were basically doing the same work. And I was even doing her job better than her, even though she didn't want to admit it. But it's just the truth. So one day, this black man walks in. He sees the both of us sitting there. He don't know us from Adam. And immediately, guess what he did, y'all? Didn't even say hello to me. Hi, how you doing today? My name is such and such. And I looks over at me. Oh, hi. Hi. See, I've been experienced. This is why I can easily call it out. I know what this heifer is doing. She's a snake. I know that you just want to use this person, and you're wrong for that. You're dead wrong for wanting to use somebody. You just want to use this person because you see it as being beneficial for your stature. You want people to see you with a white person. You're devaluing me. That's why I said I won't even at this point, honey, I won't even consider speaking to you. That's not going to happen. You think you're devaluing me, honey? But let me tell you something. You've been off the table. You're not even on the discussion table. You are rude and you are very disrespectful. You are an example of how backstabbing, evil, and conniving that a lot of black people are towards each other. You think that the white person's ice is colder than the black person's. That's what you think. You are devaluing your own blackness. You are shameful. You are shameful. You are a user. You are a manipulator. You are conniving as I don't know what. And I don't like you. I don't like the person you are because you have an ugly heart. And I can see right through you. People complain about, how I come across. But one thing about me, you could complain about how I come across all you want. You can't say I ain't real. And to be honest with you, I don't give a damn about what people think. It's about how you treat me. You don't respect me. And this is an act of disrespect. This is an act of darkism. And as such, you will never grace my space. Ever. Do you understand that? Because perhaps you're watching right now. And if you'd like to unsubscribe, feel free to hit the unsubscribe button. All you have to do is go to my channel I believe it's to the top right-hand corner. There's a subscribe button and unsubscribe, because I don't need snakes like that on my channel or as my subscribers or in my circle. I don't need you. I don't need you. I don't even know you. That's another thing. I don't even know you. Never even heard of you. But yet you are talking about me. You are defaming me. And then you have the nerve to say that you're not going to reach out to me because a non-black person is not going to be a part of the conversation. You've been called out. I'm calling you out. I'm calling you out right now. And you're lucky that I'm not even saying your name, but you know who you are. You know what you've done. I'm just going to go to the comment section because I had to come on here and talk to y'all about this. I had to come on. I'm not gonna even say this person's name. I'm not going to, because she knows who she is and she knows what she's doing. She's very manipulative. Her actions, and guys, understands that I'm a person that goes off of a person's action. I don't go off of what people tell me about people. I go off of how that person treats me so I can see for myself. She knows who she is. Langrita, I'm going to try to answer that question for you again. Maybe you tuned in late. Okay, Langrita, what happened was this dark-skinned black woman refused to communicate with me because a non-black woman was not going to be a part of the conversation. And the reason that she did that, and every black person knows this. A lot of black people feel like if white people are not a part of something, then it's not as big or it's not as important. That's why I was given the examples of entertainers wanting to hit the mainstream, which means they want to They want to get an audience of white people, because if they get white people are in the majority. So if they get white people on their team, they feel like, okay, I'm getting somewhere. So what it is it's the devaluation of Black people, and it's an act of darkism. And this is what happened to me tonight with this Black woman, where she flat out refused to communicate with me when she found out that a white person was not going to be involved in the conversation. She pretty much said, no, I'm not going to reach out to Rashida. That's pretty much what she said. And she did it again. I want to be real clear. When she found out that the white person was not going to be a part of the conversation, because she wanted to go on cam with myself and the white person, because again, she felt that that would make her look grander, if you will. That is darkism. That's telling me I'm not good enough. As a dark-skinned Black woman speaking on darkism, I am not good enough for another Black woman to sit down and communicate with unless a white person is there. This is darkism, folks. This is darkism. Yeah, and it really is. It's you know, yeah, see, they feel like if white people are there, it's going to make them look more important. So for example, it's better to be on VH1 or MTV as opposed to BET. It's better to be on the cover of People magazine as opposed to Ebony magazine. It's better to be on the cover of, I don't know, Cosmopolitan as opposed to Essence magazine. You understand what I'm saying? So this person did not want to speak with me live as a Black woman. She wanted to have myself, herself, and the white person in the mix, because she wanted to make herself look, quote unquote, more important. Yeah, this is what I'm telling you guys about. This is why I come on here and I talk to you guys about darkism, because people do not pay attention to these nuances that occur in everyday life. If you pay attention, you will see it. And this is another dark-skinned woman doing this. Yes. This is another dark-skinned woman doing this. So you have dark skin on dark skin discrimination occurring here. Yeah, and when I realized this, I said, wow, I see this for exactly what it is. Because the white person has absolutely nothing to do with anything, folks. Nothing to do with anything. Yet this person refused to speak to me without the white person being there. And I immediately saw through her intentions. I have no respect for you. I hope that you are watching this video, because I want you to know that I know what you're doing, and I have zero respect for you. You are a terrible person. You are manipulative. You are shady. And the reason why I'm saying this is based solely on your actions. Your actions speak louder than your words. And the thing is, this person could have easily contacted me, but she went outside of contacting me and proceeded to do some things where she had absolutely no evidence as to what she was saying. You know, she never got any information from me directly, yet she had to have the white person in the room to get the information from me. You are a sick person. You are a self-hating person. You don't like yourself. This action shows me clearly that you don't like yourself as a Black person. You don't like yourself. You don't value yourself as a Black person. You are devaluing yourself because you're devaluing me, because you feel that the only way to speak to me is to have a white person in the room. You are terrible. I want you to know I see right through you. Darkism. What you really need to do, you need to read this book, honey. It'll help you. It'll help you Get rid of your darkism. Remember, guys, I told you the goal of dark skin activism is to eradicate darkism, to eradicate this type of behavior that I'm speaking on tonight. You need to read this book. In fact, I will send you a free copy of this book, and you know who you are. If you send me an email requesting it, you don't have to pay one dime for this book because you need it so bad that I will send you a free copy of this book, because you have darkism bad. You have it terribly bad. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. A grown woman, and they profess to have a certain level of consciousness, yet they still believe that the white person's ice is colder. Insane. Thank you, Langrita. You understand it perfectly. Langrita just you just summed it up. A dark-skinned woman canceled out speaking with Rashida because some white person is not there to increase the value of the meeting. This is a darkism situation. That's exactly what happened. Yeah, let me make sure I'm Yankees cap. You said this sounds like extreme not getting along. Well, it's darkism. This is what it is, not getting along, but it's also darkism, because you must understand what I'm saying here. This person is a black person. They canceled, well, I don't want to use the word cancel, but they refused to contact me, or they stated that they was not going to contact me if the white person was not going to be involved. That is an example of darkism. It's not, the point is not about not getting along. It's about the act of darkism. These little small nuances that people do not pay attention to, that I pay attention to. That's why I'm the dark skin activist. That's why I call this stuff out. This whole book is nothing but calling out examples of darkism, just like the one that I'm calling out tonight. I'm trying not to butcher your name. Kaleli Williams, how you doing? You say that's just, Kaleli says, that's just rude of the person who did that. I would not talk to that person anymore. Hold on one second, y'all, because there's sometimes the comments move up really fast when another comes in. I wouldn't care the color of their skin, you know, and I'm not. I've already stated I am not even going to speak to this person anymore, or at all. I never spoke to the person. Let me clear that up. I never spoke to the person. I'm not going to speak to the person because of this disrespectful act of darkism. There's no need for me to speak to this person. Yeah, I agree. It's not polite to shove a person's, Yankees cap says it's not polite to shove a person's blackness down their throat and up there. You know what? I've been pushed over people thinking I did that before. Yeah, it's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. I'm scrolling through some of you guys' comments here. Did you, okay. Yeah, the broader audience. That's it, Langrita. It's all about appealing to a broader audience, and that's what she apparently thinks is going to happen here. You know, she, like I said, to me, I feel like the flip side of it as well is she just wants to use this white person for her own benefit, because she see, just like some black men, they will marry a white person because they see it as a benefit. Some black women, same thing. They will marry a white person because they see marrying a white person as a stepping stone. You understand what? That's darkism. That's darkism to me. It's a part of darkism, y'all. It's just terrible. It's just terrible. I don't think that they wanted to let the non-black person have a piece of their mind. I don't think that's what it is. Based off of the tone that this person took. Mark Long, here's what I would like for you to do. I want you to go to my website, RashidaStrober.com, and I would like for you to donate. You said you need to invest in a new camera. Your videos look like you're on a computer camera Skype video call from 1990. Okay, so here's what I would like for you to do. I would like for you to go to my GoFundMe. You can find my GoFundMe. You can also find the other two ways to donate by going to RashidaStrober.com. And I would like for you to make a $1,000 donation. And if you make a $1,000 donation, that will allow me to get all of the equipment that I need to make videos that will be more appealing and pleasing to your eye. Thank you very much. That's RashidaStrober.com. Make sure you go and make that donation tonight. $1,000. Okay? Dorothy, dark-skinned people get discriminated against from everybody, including other dark-skinned people. In fact, I would say a large percentage of the dark-skinned discrimination comes from other dark-skinned people. I mean, I'm not sure if it's been quantified, but what I do know, being a dark-skinned person myself, I have received a lot of darkism from other dark-skinned people. So you guys, I just wanted to come on here and talk to you about this tonight to let you know exactly what is going on and to sort of capture it. Yeah, you know what? Yankees cap, that would be absolutely great. $9,000 would be awesome. You know what? I would take that money and produce some more plays. I'll be able to do some more touring. Oh my God, that would be absolutely magnificent. So if anybody out there has $9,000 that they would like to donate to the Dark Skin is Beautiful campaign, once again, you know what to do. Go to RashidaStrober.com, okay? Because I am planning to tour all over the United States with the book, with the play, and of course, we all know it takes money. I am planning on continuously putting out these live streams so that I can continuously point out instances of darkism and let the people know. And this is an impromptu. This just happened. And I said, you know what? I got all this stuff that I have to do, you know, but I had to jump back on here and point out this instance of dark skin discrimination. Okay. Rated R ride out. I'm not talking about you're totally off subject here. You're saying that I'm silly because whites are not going to fund my projects unless it benefits their agenda. I'm not talking about that. Someone earlier in the comment section, they made a comment that I needed to get a new computer and new camera equipment. And so I told them to be the solution to the problem to go donate $1,000 to my campaign by going to RashidaStrober.com. And then someone else commented over $9,000 would be better. And so I was responding to that. Now, if you want to cause trouble on this live stream, then I can block you or you can leave. It's up to you. I'm just reading you guys' comments. Yeah, it's terrible. You know, it's absolutely terrible the way that we do each other because we are already faced with a lot of racism. But when you turn around, and another thing, I want to make this clear, people. This act of darkism is hurtful to me. It's hurtful. Whenever I experience darkism, that is one of the reasons why I come on camera and I talk about this, because it's wonderfully therapeutic to expose it and talk about it. Because I feel the more I keep talking about it, the more attention will be brought to it, and then it will stop. Perhaps someday you will wake up and say, you know what, this is wrong. I'm no longer going to do this anymore. You want to create a consciousness in the hearts and minds and souls of people, and that's what I'm trying to do. That is what I ain't. It's not even what I'm trying to do. I'm actually doing it by speaking on darkism. It's and you know, it's a psychological problem, the blackism. Langrita, I agree with you. She says it's a psychological problem, the blackism. Oh, okay, Kim. Darkism. I got you, Langrita. Someone suggested that I change it to Blackism before, so I've heard that. I've heard the word before. So yeah, it's just really sad because okay, rated R ride out. Y'all see I got these glasses on and the words are so tiny. I'm kind of sitting back far from my computer, so I have to kind of squint to make sure I'm pronouncing somebody's name right, because y'all have bad vision. I've been wearing glasses since I was like what, 10, 11 years old. Like, oh my gosh. So anyway, but yeah, it's just made me so upset. Has anyone ever experienced, I want y'all to drop it below in the comments, has anyone ever experienced, or if they want to share an experience that they've had, if you are a Black person in general, if you have had a situation where another Black person has demeaned you and uplifted a white person in a situation. Has anyone ever had that experience go down? Because I already know that I'm not the only one. I know that this goes on all the time. I mean, I talked to you guys about the example of how in this book, even about how I get treated when I go in stores. I don't know, for some reason, when you go in a store or in a restaurant, oh my God, Darkism loves to rear its ugly head. Oh my God. It is so disrespectful to walk in a store. You got the same green money that everyone else has, but just because your skin is darker, you get a twisted face, you get a bad attitude, you don't get a hello, you don't get a smile. And this is even when you're doing it, when you're smiling at the person, when you're saying, I mean, I've gone out of my way. I'll walk in, hello, how you doing? And it's still, and I have to initiate it first. I thought the customer was always right. Not if you're dark skinned. I thought the customer always deserved a smile. Not if you're dark skinned. If you're dark skinned, you may or may not get that. You understand? So I've experienced this all my life. This is like the big elephant. Darkism, this book exposes the big elephant in the room when it comes to darkism. That's what this book does. Aniko Taylor says, always when I was little. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yankees Cap says, I still need the nutshell story. I don't have all the details. Mediation requires information. Well, like I was saying, let me just try to give it to you in a nutshell real quickly. A Black woman backed out, or not backed out. I shouldn't say back out. That's the wrong terminology. A Black woman basically refused to reach out to me when she found out that a white person was not going to be a part of the conversation, even though the white person had nothing to do with why we were having the conversation. So once again, that told me that this person felt that by the white person being there and by her being seen on camera with the white person, that was going to somehow raise her stature. And in executing these actions towards me, this Black woman has committed darkism, dark skin discrimination, dark skin on dark skin discrimination, which is probably the worst form of discrimination when you think about it. To have another dark skinned person belittling and devaluing another dark skinned person is absolutely horrendous. It's insane. Yes, absolutely. By making the video, you are right. Oh, I'm so afraid that I'm going to butcher your name, Miss Williams. So I'm just going to call you Ms. Williams. Let me go back to your comment. You say, yes, I have 2 Black dark-skinned girls threw rocks at me and said, you think you're Black too, to me because my hair is looser curls and my skin isn't dark. Okay. Now, I wouldn't consider, if you're not a dark-skinned person, I wouldn't consider that to be dark skin discrimination. I don't know if you are light skinned or mixed race. Maybe that would be colorism discrimination. Plagiarists out there that's watching, they might even use those words. Make sure you cite me, quote me, colorism discrimination. That's how I would look at that. If the two girls are, the two black girls were dark skinned, or if they were just two black girls who were brown skinned or light skinned or whatever, and if you yourself are a light skinned or a brown skinned black woman, then I would consider that to be colorism discrimination. That's what it sounds like to me, and that's still horrible. It's not good. Let me tell you something. I don't advocate. It's all about human rights for me. Let me just put it like that. And I have said this from the outset of dark skin activism. It's about human rights for me. Darkism falls in the category of human rights. Okay? I don't advocate any human being being mistreated at all. I'm gonna tell y'all straight up. The only human beings that I despise and I don't have no empathy for at all is if you are a child molester. We're done. Finished. If you mess with an old person, we're done. Or a mentally challenged person, we're finished. Don't mess with the people in society that cannot defend themselves. That's the children, the older people, and the mentally challenged people. Those three people, they got my heart. If you mess with them, I'm finished with you. We ain't got nothing to talk about. As far as I'm concerned, you're a waste of air. Complete waste of air. But everybody else, you understand? It's about human rights. It's about being treated equally. Everyone should be treated equally. That is at the heart of darkism and dark skin activism. I want equality. And I want equality and justice for everybody. That's the way it should be. I don't understand why, I'm just trying to read y'all comments as I'm talking here. I don't understand sometimes when I sit down and I just think about it, because I dwell on these things constantly. These questions of unequal treatment and darkism and race and all these questions. I don't understand why people are doing this to each other. It's just really absolutely disgusting. And I pray every day and I say, God, help me to be good to people. Help me. Help me to treat other people the way that I want to be treated. All people. Help me to treat people right. Because again, it really is about human rights to me. All boils down to human, and I think that every human being, besides the child molester and the people that mess with the older people and the disabled people, mentally challenged people, everybody else deserves human respect. They deserve their respect. And I have felt so many times in my life that I have been disparaged and disrespected and just put down and defamed. Being a black woman, but especially being a dark-skinned black woman in the world, life has not been so kind. And so these things bother me so much when stuff like this happens, where this person is basically trying to tell me, Rashida, you ain't nothing if the white person ain't there. You ain't worth my time if the white person ain't there. If the white person ain't in the room, then who are you? I don't need you. That's basically what she's telling me. It's insulting. It's sick. It's a mental illness. Post-traumatic dark skin syndrome. I wrote about this in my book, or in my article, dark skin mental abuse. It's on Google Plus. Dark skin mental abuse. Langrita, no, she's not. Not that I know of. She's not. She's not. Okay, Beasley, Boo Boo, Beady Eyed, Oogly, Sugly Wuggly, whatever your name is. I'm about to politely dismiss you because I don't even understand why you keep coming. You must love me. You must love me so much. You just can't stay away. You just can't stay away. Kaylee, thank you for giving it. Thank you, Yanzi Cap. That's good. Kaylee. Because I can't see the spelling there. I'm looking at it and my eyes, I told y'all the words are so small and I'm just kind of squinting. That's why y'all see me squinting, because I'm trying to see. The words are written in like light gray or something like that, and it's hard to see. Back to this boogity boo or beady eye, whatever your name is. You just love me. Well, thank you, Orlando. Yeah, they do. They worship anything that's not black. That's what darkism is. That's a part of darkism. That's what it is, you know. And that's a classic case with this woman tonight telling me. And for those of you that are just tuned in, the reason I made this impromptu live hangout is because there is a black woman, dark-skinned black woman. I think I could say she's dark-skinned. She looks dark enough to me to be called dark-skinned. She said that she does not need to reach out to Rashida, the dark skin Rashida. She didn't say the dark skin Rashida, but she said the Rashida, and I'm dark skinned. She said she didn't need to reach out to me since the non-black person was not going to be involved. See, again, what she wants is she wants to come on cam with a non-black person because she feels it's going to make her appear more important. That's what it is. And I see right through you. I see right through you. I know exactly what you're doing. I mean, these people, they don't like me, but they come on my channel and they watch me and they love to hear my commentary, and then they go plagiarize and they talk about me and they scandalize my name, they defame me, they lie, they scheme, they do all these different things. They love it. They can't get enough of me. It's insane. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I'm just simply, well, Orlando, I stopped putting my videos up, or I took down my other videos because I was being plagiarized, and I confronted the plagiarizer. She refused to have a live, honest, and open discussion where she showed her face and came out and addressed the allegations head on. She refused to do that. So what I decided to do so that I would stop being plagiarized is I took down at least 200 videos. I took them down, and I'm not going to put them back up. So now I do the live streams and address the people directly. So that's what I'm doing. And, you know, and I've taken a lot of abuse from the plagiarizer and her fans over the last 2 weeks. And this is just the latest example. Tonight, I'm speaking about darkism and a person that basically said she was not going to meet with me when she found out that a white person was not going to be involved in it. So she wanted to appear on camera with the white person because she knew that if she appeared on camera with the white person, or she felt it would make her appear more important. And so, you know, in my eyes, this is an act of darkism, because you're basically discriminating against me as a dark-skinned woman. You're basically saying that, Rashida, you're too dark and unimportant for me to be on camera with, unless there's a non-black person there. That's what she basically is telling me. And so I had to come on here and I had to speak about it to give you guys examples, because folks, this is not in my head. This stuff is real. This is another real, live, real world example. It is what it is. Thank you so much, Arnico. I apologize. I'm sorry to the people that enjoy the videos. Yeah, I had over 200 videos. Yeah, I took them down because I was being plagiarized. You know, this person sat back and studied me and basically plagiarized me and won't admit to it. And they're still not admitting to it. And at this point, after I've reached out, I'm not discussing anything. I'm done with the diplomacy. We're not talking. It's over because I already reached out to you and you chose not to speak to me directly. And I made at least about 3 or 4 live streams where I pointed out the evidence of how I was being plagiarized. So it's the evidence, I have it. I have all the videos, it's there. I took them down off of YouTube. They're no longer here, but I have the evidence. So yeah. Yeah, that's why I took down the videos, y'all. I'm just reading comments here. Well, technically, Orlando, we are a part of the same movement, but here's the thing. And you guys see me holding up this book. I don't know if you've ever written a book or if you ever wrote a play or if you ever created something. Or if you've gone to college, for example. If you plagiarize in college, they're going to throw you out of college. But if you have created something, no one would want their hard work stolen or plagiarized. I have intellectual property. My videos are based on my intellectual property, my books and my plays. I have written 4 books on dark skin, 4, and 3 plays on dark skin, 3. That's my intellectual property. It is actually illegal to plagiarize someone's intellectual property. And that's what this person has done. And I was no longer going to allow her to continue doing this. And so I took action and I took my videos down. So that's the reason why I had to do it. You know, it's okay to be inspired by someone. It's okay to feel like someone's ideas are important to you, but you should not plagiarize. The whole issue is the plagiarism of my work. Let me repeat that. The whole issue is the plagiarism of my work. That is the whole issue here. And this person refuses to address the plagiarism of my work. They would rather be in denial and hide than to address the allegations, the concrete allegations of plagiarism. I have evidence of the plagiarism. It's quite clear. So for example, let me talk to you guys tonight. I did, since we are kind of switching gears here. I did a live stream tonight. It was called White Lady Exposes Darkism. In the live stream, if you guys listen to the live stream carefully, I noted every person that I'd gotten an idea from. So for example, I talked about Dr. Margaret Hunter, and I talked about her being one of the chief colorism scholars. I said her name several times. I also referenced, I believe, Spike Lee in School Days. I also talked about, who else? W.E.B. Du Bois, Double Consciousness. Okay, I referenced those people. I did not try to pass off their ideas as my own. I said their names as well as the ideas and the concepts that they created. But this person's ego would not allow her to do the same in regards to me. You see, so it's all about being honest. It's all about being truthful. You know, it's all about being honest and truthful. Read my last comment. It's a cool idea. How can you re-upload your videos and not be copied anymore? That's a good question. I don't know. I'm still working on trying to figure out the solution to the plagiarism issue on YouTube. You know, I'm still. Yeah, rated R ride out. You say, LOL, the plagiarist won't show her face. She's wearing a ski mask. Where I'm from, we call that robbery, LOL. And that's what plagiarism is. It's the theft of a person's work. You know, that's precisely what plagiarism is. Let me go up and read your comment here. Well, I don't think I'm destroying my YouTube account. I'm creating the live streams, and I have 4 books that I've written. I have 2 plays. I'm touring. So I don't, it's not just about YouTube. It's about, you know, reaching people from a multiplicity of platforms, not just YouTube. So I don't think I'm destroying, you know, my YouTube account at all. For me, it's about saving my intellectual. Again, if you guys write a book or create something, when you do that, then you will understand exactly how I feel. Ms. Williams says, well, you shouldn't have to delete your videos, because if someone plagiarized you, then you can roast them or something and not be afraid to delete your work, because then people will believe someone else created it. Well, here the thing is, I have the date stamps on all of my videos, and I create so much content because I live this experience. So I'm just a creator. It comes naturally to me. So I'm not really worried about people believing someone else created my content, because it's impossible based on the track record that I have, the work that is already out there. All it takes is people typing in the dark skinned activist or Rashida Strober, and the date stamps are right there. I'm easily trackable. That's one thing about me. I am super easy to track. Like, it's no mystery here, because when you got truth on your side, you don't have anything to hide. So that's why I'm so transparent. So, and Dorothy says, I think some Black people's biggest fear is white people are going to know they practice a form of discrimination against their own dark-skinned people. That is why they are attacking you. Absolutely. And that's what I told Dorothy. You got it. I'm glad you said that. That is what I hope you're listening to the person that informed me of this. I hope you're listening to that. See, now I had to let the white person know what she was doing, that this was darkism, because she didn't want to appear with me, a Black dark person, unless you were there as a white person. That's darkism. That's dark skin discrimination. And the white person was like, oh, okay, I get it. And going back to Dorothy's comment where you said, I think some Black people's biggest fear is white people are going to know they practice a form of discrimination against their own dark-skinned people. That's why they're attacking you. That's why this Black woman refused to contact me when she found out that the white person would not be there. That's why. That's why, y'all. So, yeah. Oh, thank you, Langrita. I appreciate that. I'm so glad that you enjoyed it. I'm telling you, it was inspired by everything that's been going on, from the people that have attacked me, from all the way from the Tommy Sotomayor to the Kendrick Lamar situation, to just the basic videos that I have on my YouTube, to the plagiarism situation. I just started thinking about all of that. And I'm a performer, I'm an actor at heart. That's what I do. And so I always turn to the performing arts, because the performing arts is my saving grace. Writing is my saving grace. And I said, I just got to write about this. I got to get this out of my soul, and I got to perform it. And so that's where that came from. It's all a part of the experience. And that's what you do. You take your lemons and you turn them into lemonade. And I've been pretty good at that for most of my life. Y'all know that, have listened to my story, the Rashida Strober story, A Dark Skinned Girl's Triumph. I was homeless. You know, I was abused. I had a lot of stuff that happened to me. But I never felt that because those things happened to me that I couldn't achieve or move forward. You know, you got to learn how to take your lemons and turn them into lemonade. I'm a huge believer in that. As long as you are breathing, you have a second chance to turn it all around. And, you know, that's what I've been good at. So thank you very much. I appreciate that. Beady-eyed, googly, boozly, whatever your name is. I'm just trying to understand, why do you continue to come onto my live streams? You know, if you have such an issue with me, could you be honest and let me know if you are a secret fan? Are you in love with me? I mean, what is it? I mean, I would be in love with me too now. I don't blame you. I would be in love with, I am in love with me. I was trying to understand, why do you continue to come back to my channel? Okay. Why do you keep coming back? You don't like me. You are the one that is coming to me, boo-boo. I'm not coming to you. Hey, Tony, how are you? Thank you for joining us. Does anybody? Yes, that's right. You got to turn your, hey, Shabazz. What's up, Shabazz? Shabazz, the conscious nerd. I love that. He called himself a conscious nerd today. Yeah, I mean, I don't understand. This person just continue to come back here. This Beely Gibson person is totally in love with me. I'm starting to see it right now. You are a secret fan. You are an admirer. That is obvious, because I have kicked you out of other live streams. I have blocked you, and you still continue to come back. You are madly in love, and I don't blame you, because I am madly in love with my damn self. Trust me. Oh, moving right along. I'm doing great, Shabazz. I am doing great. I am doing great, 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 great. Let me just get rid of this boogly woogly. Bye. I'm just not understanding why this person could say, I they come on all my streams. And I'm just like, you hate me so much, but you're here. Like, really? Oh, thank you. Oh, Shabazz, you are so sweet. You are so, you know what? I hope you don't mind me shouting you out and talking about you. Shabazz is another supporter that's been there from the beginning. He's been supporting me like, man, I hope to meet you one day, Shabazz. Like, I think you're an awesome person. I think you're so awesome. You love your people. You always on the ground running. You always working. I got so much respect for you. I know. Tell me about it, Tony. Miss Williams says, Rashida, can you please come to Atlanta? My mom might say yes if I ask to go to your play. How old are you, Miss Williams? And just so you know, because the reason I'm asking, because that's an unusual question about I performed the play. Hi, Meg TV. Thank you for joining us. I performed the play. The youngest crowd that I performed the play for was I believe they were 10th graders. So 10th grade and up. So I don't know if you are, I think that's like 16 or something like that. So if you're 16 and up, that's fine. And I did come to Atlanta. The play has been on the Atlanta Black Theater Festival twice. And then I produced 2 shows in Atlanta in 2015. So I was in Atlanta like 4 times. But I do plan on coming back to Atlanta. And when I come, believe me, I'm going to let as many people know about it as possible. Meg TV says, Rashida, can you speak on my comment? Let me scroll back up so I can find your comment. You say, Meg TV says, white people already know this. They created racism in the first place, so they run the world. Ethnic people will never surpass them, so they don't have to do all the racism work, because basically all the other. Okay, races are racist towards each other. I would have to say, if we look at the history of Darkism, let me just go back to Darkism. If we look at the history of Darkism, as I discussed last week in White Lady Exposes Darkism, the history of Darkism comes out of slavery and oppression. Okay, there's no doubt about it. It's like they're brother and sister. Darkism and racism is brother and sister. You understand what I'm saying? So it comes out of that experience. So what we have to do is we have to figure out a way to eradicate it. Because at the end of the day, like I was saying before, you're in the 7th grade and you up this late, girl. You better take your behind the bed. Oh my God. Oh my God. Your mother lets you stay up this late? Yes, Lord Mile 3. How did you know that? I also came to a place in Norcross, Georgia. Yep. Yeah, I did. And congratulations and happy birthday to you, Miss Williams. But I think you need to go to bed. I respectfully tell you that as the mother of a 4-year-old child and an 18-year-old. So, yeah, I came to Norcross, Georgia, and it was wonderful, and I enjoyed it, and I loved it, and yeah. So I hope I answered your question, Meg TV. Just trying to read through the comments. And Yankees Cap says, "Isn't there more than one type of darkism?" Yes, and that's what I was saying. There's the darkism that can occur between non-dark-skinned people, non-dark-skinned, non-black people against dark-skinned people, and the darkism that can occur between dark-skinned people, between and among dark-skinned people. Okay, so yes, absolutely, that's a great question. There is different types of darkism, yes, and that's what I'm discussing tonight with, once again, this Black woman who refused to reach out to me after she found out that a white person was not going to be a part of the discussion on cam. That's darkism. That's an example of dark skin on dark skin darkism. Meg TV says, I feel really bad for dark people and Black people. They are not really getting anywhere with all this deep-rooted hate. I mean, and I agree with you, and that's the reason why I am fighting against it. I'm gonna tell y'all someone who is also, this person is phenomenal. I have read this person, I have studied this person, and I'm not a plagiarist, so I can admit that he has influenced my work within the past, I would say, 2 years. Now, Dr. Frances Cress Welsing, I read her book all the way back in like 2000. I've read that book probably like 3 or 4 times. I read it back in 2000, and I wrote about Dr. Frances Cress Welsing's influence on the evolution of darkism, or the evolution of dark skin activism. See, I'm not a plagiarist. I can tell people straight up the people that influence me. I have no problem with that. So Dr. Frances Cress Welsing, her influence was Dr. Neely Fuller. And when I found that out, I looked for Dr. Neely Fuller starting about 2 years ago on the internet. And I'm telling y'all get a chance, please go read or go listen to Dr. Neely Fuller. Okay, this man speaks about producing justice. He's been on the ground running for years. Man, I got so much love. I would pay $100, $200 literally to hear this man speak live. I have an immense amount of respect for him because this man been on the ground for years and he's been fighting for justice. I think his website is producejustice.com. I believe that's his website. This man is so completely awesome. The reason why he's so awesome is because he points out the problem and provides a solution for it. And the solution is justice. And whenever the solution is justice and peace, I can't help but love a person like that. You can't help but respect and love a person. So please, y'all, if you haven't checked out the work of Dr. Neely Fuller, I'm begging you. And Dr. Frances Cress Welsing, God rest her soul. I adore that woman. I completely adore her. Oh my God. Her and Dr. Neely Fuller, he is still with us. Please go check out his work, y'all. All you got to do is type in his name, Dr. Neely Fuller. He's on YouTube. Okay? He tells you straight up, this is what it is. So Meg TV, I would really hope that you would check out Dr. Neely Fuller. Everyone, I would really hope y'all would check out Dr. Neely Fuller. Please. Yeah, well, Yankees Cap, I never asked this person that I'm speaking of. I never tried to contact her. I never reached out to her. This person simply went and did what they did on their own. So that showed me that the person is an opportunist. So, you know, at this point, I could care less. I don't care what they do. Lord Mile 3, I can't recall the name of the place. It's located on Norcross Tucker Road. Yep, you're right. Absolutely right. Jimmy Carter Boulevard. Yep, you're right. You got it. Yep, I can't. You know what? I can't think of the name either. It was in 2015. It was in December of 2015. I can't think of the name. Um, I can't think of the name. Yes, Tony Stewart, please. This man is like, he's like on that Malcolm X level. And anybody that knows me well knows, hey, don't mess with my Malcolm X. Do not mess with my Malcolm. You want to make me mad? Don't talk about my Malcolm X. Do not. Do not. He's on the level of Malcolm X. One of the realest, most honest, most genuine, most loving. And when I say loving, I'm not necessarily talking about huggy, huggy, huggy. I'm talking about the loving. You could just sometimes, some people you could feel their sincerity. You could just feel it reaping from them. There's no fakeness. It's real. They want justice. They want equality. They want people to love each other. They're not out to try to scheme nobody or to try to, you know what I'm saying? They're out to really bring peace and love and justice to the world. Dr. Neely Fuller is on it. Malcolm, oh man, there's no more Malcolms out here. No one can touch Malcolm as far as I'm concerned, because once he turned his life around, that was it. His level of sincerity is on a zillion. His love for the people is on 1 zillion. No one can touch Malcolm. I'm sorry, but that's how I see it. I ain't sorry. Now, my father, the late Samuel X, my father was the same way. And this is why I love Black men so much, because I had my father, Samuel X, to look up to, who loved Black people, loved Black women. I could never turn my back on the Black man. I could never do that. That's insane. Ever. You know, so please, when I think about Neely Fuller, Dr. Neely Fuller, I think about Malcolm X, because they just like, that sincerity, that's what I look for in a leader. You gotta be sincere. You can't be up here lying. If you lying and you ain't really out here for the people, I can't take that. I cannot take it. You have to be honest and sincere and really for the people. And you gotta show it in your actions. If you're not showing it in your actions, see, Malcolm, he died for the people. This man lost his life. I don't think people understand the love, the real deal love that man had in his heart for just humanity in general. I don't think people really understand. I'm telling y'all, I've been searching for my whole life after my father passed, Samuel X, to find a man on that level, and I can't. The closest, Dr. Neely Fuller. Lord have mercy, Jesus. Yankees Cap, I don't know how many of my live streams you've watched, but I already made about 3 or 4 live streams explaining that I did reach out to this person. I even showed the email that I sent to the person, so she was reached out to. Well, you're saying no. I might have to, come on now, amalgam something. I can barely see your name here. Please don't come on here talking bad about Malcolm, because I'm gonna have to block you for that, because I can't. No one's gonna come and talk bad about Malcolm X on my live stream. I'm not gonna put up with that. I can't put up with that. You know, I can't. I'm gonna be honest with you, I can't. I'm not gonna deal with that. Somebody's asking me, Tony Stewart says, what do you think about Brother Polite? Oh, whew, that's a good question. Brother Polite. What I can say about him, from what I know about his background and where he came from, anybody that comes from a background of poverty, of neglect and reject, I have a deep empathy for the person, and I want them to win. I want them to win bad. Sometimes I be wanting people to win so bad that it's crazy, but because I just want to see the person come up and live a good life and not self-destruct. So with the understanding of the background that he came from, I want him to be on the level. I wanted him to be on the level of a Malcolm X. That's what I wanted to see. And I'm just gonna be honest, I don't see that. I don't see that. But it's not that a person can't be redeemed, you know, or a person can't come back from whatever it is they're going through. If they for real and sincere and honest, I do believe that a person can always make a comeback. But it's very disappointing. And I'm praying for him. And I feel that he's an intelligent brother. But at the end of the day, like I said, you got to be for real. You got to be honest. It's about ethics. It's about morals. And Malcolm had it. My father had it. The late, great Samuel X, he had it. And that's what I look for. I look for the moral character of a person. Like Dr. Martin Luther King, he talked about it. Bless him. He talked about the person's character. And that's very important. You got to have good character. You can't be around here lying and manipulating and scheming. You got to have good character. And that is very important to me. That is very important to me. I can't respect a person whose character, you could be the smartest person, you could be the wealthiest person, but if your character is on zero, I can't. I can't. Yes, he did. Tony Stewart. Man, I love Malcolm with a passion. I'm always love my Malcolm. I love Martin Luther King, but I got to be honest with you. Malcolm just got me in my heart just from his actions. He got me. I've always loved Malcolm. I was about 14 when I saw the movie Malcolm X, and I was done. When I seen that movie, it was over. Malcolm X was the moon, the sun, and the stars for me. And I remember doing graduate work on him when I was in graduate school, and that's it. And also, I want to say shout out to Omali Ashitela, the chairman. Oh, I can never forget him. I studied under Omali Ashitela. I love Omali Ashitela. Shout out to the chairman. He's put in work. He loves Black people. He was right there on the ground when the Tyronn Lewis situation went down in '96 in St. Petersburg. He's helped so many of his people from around the world. I love Omali Ashitela. Shout out to the chairman. I just had to say that. The Brown Girl Network says, also shout out to Connie Burton. Beautiful dark-skinned sister. I have so much admiration for this woman. I know y'all probably don't know who she is. She might be on Facebook. Y'all go look her up. Her name is Connie Burton. She's so awesome. Her awesomeness, I can't even put it into words. The work that she's done for Black people, well, y'all just don't know. I love that woman. I love that woman. She's like the modern day, what's the lady name? I can't remember her name. Fannie Lou Hamer. She reminds me of Fannie Lou Hamer. She's on that level. Her name is Connie Burton, and she may be on Facebook. So shout out to you, Connie Burton, if you ever watch this video. The Brown Girl Network says, how did you get in touch with Cola Booth? Does she have an email address? Oh, the great Cola Booth. I love Cola Booth. Y'all can get mad. I don't care. I love Cola Booth. The first person in the world to speak specifically on dark skin beauty discrimination. I'm gonna always love her for that. She knows it. I Facebook messaged her. And I'm telling you, I was ecstatic. When I tell you, when she responded to me, I was so damn happy. I was on cloud nine because she's awesome. Like y'all, if y'all study her background, you know what she went through. You know how her when her parents died, her grandmother rejected her and treated her like dirt because she was dark skinned, and she basically gave her away. And that's how she ended up coming to the United States. She was adopted by an African-American family, and she was treated like dirt, not by the African-American family, but she was treated like dirt by a lot of Black people. I believe it was in the DC area because of her dark skin. And this woman, she been doing this. Let me tell you something. That's why I got so upset about the plagiarism against me, because I always paid respect to the people that came before me. Cola the Great, I ain't calling her Cola the Booth. I call her Cola the Great. Cola, she been talking about this since the 90s. I promise you, I'm not making this up. She is a writer. Go Google her. Y'all might not agree with everything she said, but I got to give her historical credit. This woman was before her time. Y'all better understand that. This is why I always give her respect. I give her the red carpet because I'm telling you, what she's done for dark-skinned women and girls, her impact cannot be understated. That's why she's Cola the Great. And I don't care who's mad about that. I don't care. She's Cola the Great. It is what it is. So yeah. But Miss Williams, you should be in bed by now. I just have to say that again. Oh, well, thank you, the Brown Girl Network. Nicola the Great is just absolute. Please inbox her. She's a very busy woman. She's a writer. I think she writes for oh, awesome. You're gonna read the sexy part of the Bible. I've heard the book, I haven't read it yet. Shame on me. Shame on me. She's wrote so many books and stuff. If you message her, she might message you back. But I know that's another sincere woman. Message her. Message Cola the book. Now, if Cola, if you ever watch my video, I love you. I love you. Love you. I just have to say that. Same thing. Dr. Neely Fuller, if you ever happen to catch one of my videos, I love you. You're so wonderful. I don't know if they ever watch my videos, but I just have to say it because they're just magnificent. Somebody says, let me see. Somebody asked me what kind of work I do. Well, I've done a lot of different kinds of work. Most of my work is in the helping profession because I like to help people. So I do taxes. I've taught at the college level. I've taught K through 12. My plays, my books, nursing. I do so many different things, but I always focus on my dark skin activism. That's the most important. At the end of the day, it's not really about, for me, it's not about necessarily education or a job or a career. It's about, life is about the pursuing and doing what God put you on earth to do, whatever your passion is. That to me is what it's about. If I can't do my dark skin activism and do it through the plays and the books and the commentary, then there's no reason. This is what it is. This is what's important to me. This is my life. So I hope I answered your question. And thank you. That's great, Lord Miles. He's absolutely wonderful. He's absolutely wonderful, y'all. Another person that's a heavyweight that I respect too is Juwanza Kunjufu. Please check out his work. Juwanza Kunjufu. He's done so much to help Black boys, and he in the public school system. His work is like super important. Like, one thing about Juwanza Kunjufu, he always provides solutions. He has a book called Black Economic Solutions, which I've read a lot of times, and he's absolutely great. Like, he's absolutely, like, he laid out in detail what we could do to solve our economic problems. And he's also helped so many Black children in the school system. Juwanza Kunjufu, please. Juwanza Kunjufu. Hey, Fran Brown, thanks for tuning in. Oh, thank you. That's right, Tony. Business and economics is important. So build your brand. That's why I won't stop, because let me tell y'all something. This is what I was born to do. I absolutely love it. I was supposed to be working. When I get off here, I got to go work. But when this happened, because I'm just so, I can't pull myself away from it, I said, nope, I got to stop. I got to do this. I got to get this done. It has to be done now. I got to talk about this now. And it's because it's like, I'm so passionate about it. It's like, this is what I have to do. And thank you, Amalgamate. I hope I'm saying your name right. You say, I think you're on to something big. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. You say eventually Hollywood is going to pick this up, you know, and you know what? I believe that's going to happen too. For me, I have to just keep working. And yes, all of my work, you got it, Langrita. Thank you for putting his name there. Juwanza Kunjufu. I'm just trying to read everybody's comment that's coming. That's why I keep putting the work out there. That's why I keep doing the plays. I keep touring my play. Eventually, I'm going to write a script for the movie script for Dark Skin Woman's Revenge. That's coming. That's in the works. But that's why I keep doing the play, because when I do the play, people are just, they entranced. I'm not trying to toot my own horn. I'm just saying what really happens when I do the live show. People love it. You know, that's why I continue to work. And I got a lot of obstacles, y'all. Y'all have no idea the obstacles that I have in my way to make this happen. You know, I gotta work. I gotta provide and support myself. I gotta take care of my kids. You know, I got all kinds of stuff, as we all do, that happens on a day-to-day basis. Then there's the financial issue of, you know, raising the money to be able to continue to tour. You understand? That's a big part of it. That's why people say they make fun about the GoFundMe, but at the end of the day, I'm touring. I'm taking dark skin activism through the play around the world. I'm taking it, man. I've been touring this play for like the longest. So, you know, that's why I keep putting in the work. I love Cola Booth. I love me some Cola Booth. I love me some Cola Booth. Yeah, and, well, you know, I'll tell you this, Tony Sword, I'm already succeeding. I was able to, if you guys understood the history of where I came from when I started out, I had nothing. Let me give you an example of the growth. Last year, 2 shows in Dallas or in Fort Worth area, I was able to obtain a partnership deal there. I was able to obtain a partnership deal in Tampa. I didn't have that. I was able to get my wonderful, gracious sponsors to come in and help to produce those shows. You understand what I'm saying? So the growth has been tremendous. That's why you just keep working. That is the key. You keep working no matter what happens. What's that saying somebody said? I heard Les Brown say this, but I think someone else originated it. It's even if you're going through hell, keep going. That's what I believe in. Yeah. So I actually performed in Los Angeles at a theater called Theater. I performed A Dark Skinned Girl's Triumph at Theater on Pico Boulevard. But this was like in, I think, 2006 or something. But I do plan on bringing it there. I have 2 contacts out there, actually 3. A very good friend who is a writer herself and a singer. She's a professional singer. She sung for a whole bunch of famous artists like background and wrote for them. She's out there and we in communication. So we got some things in the works. I'm going to bring it to Los Angeles. Trust me. When I tell you I'm going to do something, I'm going to do something. It's going to happen. You understand me? It's going to happen. It's not a matter of if, it's just when. That's all it is. So somebody asked about my GoFundMe. Oh, thank you. Somebody just went and donated. Oh my God. Oh my God. Whoever that was that just donated. Thank you so much. Oh my God. Oh, that was so sweet of you. I'm going to send you a copy of, oh man, that is so sweet of you. Whoever that is, thank you so much. When I log in, because it says anonymous, so I can't see the person's name to say your name, to thank you. I'm gonna log into my GoFundMe campaign and I'm gonna get your email address and I'm gonna send you a copy of A Dark Skinned Woman's Revenge. Because everybody that donates, it don't matter how much you donate, I'm sending you an electronic copy, folks. That's what it's electronic. I shoot it to your email, okay? So, oh, don't worry about that, Miss Williams. Let me tell you something. You a little kid to me. And I really think, and I'm gonna say this again, I think you should go to bed. But I have a very appropriate, age-appropriate book for you that if you want, it's free. I keep telling everybody this. I have How to Be the Hottest Dark-Skinned Chick on the Planet. That's a motivational book that I wrote for dark-skinned women and girls. So if you want that book, all you have to do is email darkskinisbeautifulcampaign@gmail.com. You can ask your mom, show your mom the book, and I will send you the book gladly, no problem. So I'm just letting you know that right now. That's age appropriate for you. How to Be the Hottest Dark-Skinned Chick on the Planet. And in that book, I talk about the tips that I have used to sustain myself in the world as a dark-skinned woman. I talk about them, because it's so much stuff we face as dark-skinned people. So we have to do extra work. It just is what it is. It's not fair, but I will say this. the book is also appropriate for anybody that's interested in self-development. So the book talks about meditation, talks about drinking green tea that helps, the diet. My father was big on the diet. The Nation of Islam, that's where he learned it from. So my father was big on the diet, and he talked to me about diet a lot. So, and he was a very cool, calm, collected person, and I learned a lot from him. And so I kind of put a lot of the stuff that I learned from him, other people that taught me certain things to help me to survive, because I was homeless on the streets. I came from a very horrible background, and I thank God that I was able to overcome those obstacles. And I just wanted to share some of the things that I learned to overcome with other people. That's why that book is free. So please, this goes to Miss Williams and anybody on here. If you want that book, all you got to do is email me at darkskinIsbeautifulcampaign@gmail.com. And I'll tell you what, Miss Williams, if you want any of my books, I think the Darkism is appropriate for you. I will send it to you for free, the electronic copy. But you need to get permission from your parents and then email me. So I'm letting you know that, because so yeah, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Whoever that is, I don't know who made that donation, but thank you. And the Brown Girl Network, you've been showing me love, man. I just want to say thank you so much, man. I appreciate you for showing me the love that you've shown me. I mean, sometimes I can't. It's hard for me to articulate what's in here and in here, so I just have to just keep thanking people, because that is what I feel in my heart that I need to do. I thank you for buying the book Darkism, and I'm so glad you liked it. I thank you for all the support that you've given me. I thank everybody on here for supporting me. I just appreciate y'all. Y'all have no idea how much. Y'all have no idea how much I appreciate y'all. I'm trying to keep up with y'all. I'm trying to keep up with the comments here. Somebody said, oh, the skin by drinking a lot of water. That's really what it is, water. And then I also like to drink green juice as well. Tony says diet and eating is important to overall health and beauty. Absolutely. I totally agree. Just trying to keep up with y'all comments here. Please, Miss Rashida, no one has spoken on this very specific topic. It's tragic. Okay, I'm trying to catch your latest comment. I'm trying to catch your latest comment. Okay, I've experienced, Meg TV says, I've experienced being a young kid, and dark-skinned girls and boys get bullied for being chocolate complexion, and a very sad thing happens is they do it to another dark skin. Yes, a boy or girl, that's the trickle down. You're absolutely right. So that brings it home to what the whole reason for me making this live stream, Darkism Alert, where dark-skinned people commit darkism on other dark-skinned people. And yes, I have seen this happen. I worked in the public school system. I've seen this happen a million times. I believe I might have shared the story before, but it's worth repeating. I was I was substitute teaching for a third grade class. And there was a very, very dark-skinned little boy. He was a beautiful chocolate complexion, clear-skinned little boy. And he came in there, and I must have been doing something. I don't know what I was doing, maybe reading over the lesson plan. And he comes in there, and all of a sudden I look up, and first everything was calm. I look up, and this boy is in a rage. He's kicking over the desk, books, and everything. So I get up, and I say, I'm asking him, what's wrong? Trying to diffuse the situation. And he's so upset. He's so mad. And I said, what's wrong? And he tells me that another black girl, dark-skinned girl, called him black. Called him black. And I'm telling you, it set him off. I wound up having to clear out the classroom with the other children. It was another teacher in there who I believe, if I remember correctly, she was Mexican. This happened about 4 years ago. She did not understand it. She did not understand what was going on, okay? cleared all the other kids out the classroom to make sure that they were safe. Bottom line is we had a discussion about darkism. I had a discussion with the teacher so that she could understand it, because I do believe this is very important. This is why all races need to understand darkism. Situations like this, because white people do not understand it. I'm telling you, this lady did not know what, even after I explained it to her, I was like, the young man is dark skinned, and when dark skinned people are called black or names associated with their dark skin tone, you know, they don't see it as being good, because dark skin, it has been so disparaged in the world at large, in the black community, you know, all over the place. So I basically broke this down to everybody, because again, white teachers don't understand this. It's rare that a white person actually understands darkism. And that's what happened. This little boy was so upset, and I had to because what they'll do, they would have took that little boy and tried to suspend him. You're not going to suspend him for something that he didn't cause. This little kid is hurting, and we're not going to say, "Oh, let's suspend him and get him out of here." No, we're going to deal with this, because this happened to me when I was in school, in middle school. I was picked on for being dark skinned. I was called every name. I used to get into fights. Y'all just don't know. I've been suspended from school. No one came to me and said, "Oh, Rashida, you're suffering from dark." They didn't care. They just threw me out and threw away the key. I went through hell. I'll never forget it. Went through from black people. I went through pure hell. Y'all, when I was in elementary school, I went to a predominantly white school. There was some black students in my class, but it was a predominantly white school. And I did not have the issues in terms of darkism. I got to be honest. I'm telling you my experience when I was at this school. When I transferred to middle school, it was Tyrone Middle School in St. Petersburg, Florida. I can say it. Let me tell you something. You can't expose someone that don't have nothing to hide. I ain't got nothing to hide. When I went to Tyrone Middle School, when I was called Spot. People used to pull my hair. People used to call me Blackie, Smut, Crispy, Monkey, Monkey Mouth, M-O-U-F, Monkey Mouth. People used to pick on me because I was real thin. It's very emotional. I see how Kim felt when she started crying, because y'all think that I'm so strong, but sometimes I do break down. Sometimes when I start to think about this stuff, because I didn't really think about it. When I was trying to survive and get through this, you don't think about it. You just think you in that survival mode. So you're just going through. But sometimes as you get older and you sit down and you start reflecting on what happens to you, it hits you. And sometimes it'll just hit me like that. And I'll just break down when no one's here, and I'll start crying. But then I realize I can't stay where I'm at. I got to get up and I got to keep fighting. That's why I keep producing my plays. That's why I keep writing the books, because I know I'm going to help other people. And I have helped other people. And when I went to middle school, I'm telling you, it damn near destroyed me. Then I went to, y'all listen to the Rashida Strober story. I believe I touch on some of this stuff. Then when I went to high school, same thing. The black boys, oh man, it was hell. Same, and always with the lunchroom. For some reason, the lunchroom was not my friend. So when people would say, "Oh, you skinny, you ain't got no, you ain't this," it was because a lot of times I wouldn't eat. I wouldn't go nowhere near that, because I didn't want to be picked on. I didn't want to be attacked. And it made me go off to myself and become a loner. You understand what I'm saying? Because I knew that I was going to be constantly attacked. This happens to dark-skinned children all the time. It happens to all colors of children. We're talking about darkism, but I do recognize, and I don't put up, when I was teaching in the school system, I didn't put up with any type of bullies, any kind. If you come around me trying to bully another kid, you're gone. That's it. I've broken up fights, all of that. I don't play that. I don't believe in injustice of any kind. That's the key here. And so, because I've experienced it, and I know that it's going to either make you or it's going to break you. And some people, it breaks them down to their knees. They can't take it. You understand? They don't know how to come back from that. You understand? I know dark-skinned people right now who have contacted me, who have told me their story. Some of them have turned to drugs. Some of them have turned to alcohol. I got one brother right now. I hope I can get him on with me. I respect this brother. He contacted me 2 years ago and told me about his dark skin problem. And we kept talking and we kept talking, and I just kept trying my best to be there for him. And he know he could call me anytime. And you know, I'll always try to be there. If I don't answer the phone at that time, I'll call him and I'll talk. And we just, for 2 years, we just kept talking to each other. I kept talking to him, encouraging him. You could do it, you could do it, you could do it. And long story short, this brother went from being homeless, and now this brother is back up on his feet. He's back up, this dark-skinned brother, he's jet black, back up on his feet right now. He's told me that he's thinking about coming on and talking, and I hope I can get him on, because he's a success story, and I am so proud of him because he was able to come back. That's why I know people could come back. Darkism don't have to break you. You understand? It doesn't have to break. Nothing has to break you. You could come back from it. You just have to deal with it head on. You understand? In whatever productive way that you decide to deal with it. And I do mine through writing my books and through the performing arts. That's what I do, because I knew that they couldn't break me from that. They couldn't take that away from me. I knew that I had a talent to perform and speak. I had a dark-skinned teacher, God bless her soul, Miss Maddie Everett, may she rest in peace. One day she held a mirror to my face and she said, "You are beautiful." She told me this, and I never forgot that. In those times where I felt down about myself, when I was homeless and living on the street, I would think about her and what she told me, and I believed it. She made me a believer. And no one to this day can break me. You can do whatever you want. You can we got YouTube. You can make videos. You can't break me. You can't stop me. I'm going to keep doing it. And the more you try to break me, the more I'm going to keep coming at you. The more I'm going to keep, when I say coming at you, I mean I'm going to keep doing what it is I do and bringing what I bring to the world, because I'm special and I know I got something to give, just like everybody else that God gave a special gift or special talent. God gave it to you, and you're supposed to keep bringing it. You never let nobody break you down, ever. So I had some people to come into my life and at an early age. So when I got to the humps and the bumps, they had put it in my head so well that I knew. I said, okay, I could come back from being homeless. I can get up. I would go and take a bath in this abandoned house, and I would walk on St. Pete Beach and look for me a job. And by God, I found me a job. And things started to get better. And I just kept going. And I kept going. And the light-skinned woman, I talked about her, Vita, may she rest in peace. Shout out to Shamina. She saved my life. She took me in, and I got my GED, my CNA license, and I got my together. You understand? Went from homeless on the street to a master's degree. The author of 4 books, 2 plays, and now I'm touring it. Went from, I enrolled in St. Petersburg College, and I still couldn't kind of get it together because I was trying to get my living situation together. I had just had a baby. I was just going through all kinds of stuff. And so I ended up having to drop classes and drop out, and people said I wasn't going to make it. But I wound up teaching American government at that same college where I went through hell and high water to get through. Wound up coming back with my master's degree in teaching. So no one can tell me that you can't do it, because I'm a living example of it. You break the barrier down. You create the reality. You create the reality. I create my reality. No one creates my reality for me. So don't feel bad for me, because I could take the punches. You punch me, you knock me out, I'm gonna get right back up. I might be down for a little bit now, but you better brace yourself, because I'm gonna get right back up and I'm just gonna keep going. And that is what we're supposed to do. That is what Darkism is all about. It is about exposing darkism that occurs among dark-skinned people and that tries to destroy their life chances. It is to tell them to get up, keep going. Let's eradicate this and let's keep going. That's what this is all about, folks. It's about equality at the end of the day. It's about empowerment at the end of the day. That's what we got to understand. So, you know, I kind of went off on a tangent there, but I have to share, you know, I have to share my story with you guys. You know, I have to tell you what it really is. I have to tell you what I went through to make it. You understand? To make it. I'm just kind of scrolling through y'all comments right now. I'm sorry to hear about your science teacher, Miss Williams. Child of the universe. Yeah, I am. I mean, you're right. I'm telling, I am. I'm telling the stories. Like, I mean, it is what it is, you know. I have to speak my truth. I have to be honest about what's happened in my life as a dark-skinned person. It's very therapeutic. You know, it's a very therapeutic thing because some people just don't understand what it's like to experience darkism. They don't understand it. So that's why when people contact me and want to talk to me, I always talk to them. I figure out a way to talk to them. And even, it ain't just, let me tell you something. I've been counseling dark-skinned people for a long time. But it's not just dark-skinned people. Light-skinned people come to me as well. And I don't turn them. So I say, people say, she don't like light-skinned people. Are you insane? It's the furthest thing from the truth. I love everybody, every human being on this earth. I don't care if you pink. I was over here looking at my pink flowers. I don't care. What I'm about is justice. Justice is very important to me, folks. Justice is very important to me. And if we can't, if we're gonna live on this earth and not fight for justice, when we see all this injustice going on around us, then what the hell are you doing here? What is your point? We're supposed to be making the world a better place than when we left it. That's what we're supposed to do. Okay, Fran Brown says, I love Dr. Francis Cress Welsing. Dr. Francis Cress Welsing said to put a pic of the darkest Black person we can find to retrain our brains on Black beauty. Dr. Francis Cress Welsing, in my book, she is my top. She's my top scholar, not just Black. She's my top scholar of all time. I cannot put into words the amount of, I got the ISIS papers right back there in my stack of books. If you touch my ISIS papers, it's gonna be a problem. Don't bother my, I'll buy you a copy of it, but you can't have my copy. I've had that book for so long. No one can touch my ISIS papers. Like, you know, because Dr. Francis Cress Welsing was a person that just really, like Malcolm X, just really sincerely and genuinely loved our people. Man, that character, the character of Dr. Francis Cress Welsing, the character of Dr. Betty Shabazz, may she rest in peace, the character of Dr. Malcolm X, I'm sorry, not Dr. Malcolm X, but their character, the character of Dr. Martin Luther King and all he's done. I'm after that. If I could be like them character-wise, I'm good. That's all I need, to be honest with you. That's all I need. Yeah, so Lord Mile 3, man, I 1000 that motion. I totally agree with you. She is definitely you say Dr. Francis Cress Welsing is one of our greatest minds on earth that ever walked the planet. Absolutely. Absolutely. Blessings to you, Sonia Singh, and thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you. I love you. I love all of y'all. I appreciate all of y'all for taking y'all valuable time to tune into this, because y'all could have been doing anything else in the world, but y'all taking the time to listen to what I have to say. And that to me speaks volumes. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all so much. Definitely. Definitely. So I am going to get ready to sign out tonight. So I'm going to put the link, the donation link. People asked, someone asked for it earlier. I'm putting it there again. I want to thank the person that donated to the campaign tonight. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and thank you. Cannot thank you enough. And God bless y'all. And I don't know, I guess that's it. Sometimes I just, y'all can see I like to talk. I like being here. And I wish that some of you would just stop arguing back and forth with each other. But I mean, I can't control that. I mean, I guess I could control it in a way because I could just block some of the people that are trolling. So like, yeah, I'm gonna have to unfortunately block him because he's on here cursing at people and carrying on. Hey Raydell, thank you very much for that the plagiarism video. I appreciate that a lot. I love all of y'all. I gotta get out of here because I gotta go to work. But thank you guys so much for tuning in, and y'all have a wonderful week. I'm gonna be coming at y'all again with another live stream. I have a person that wants to come on, a black man, a dark-skinned black man. He wants to come on and talk about darkism as well. He doesn't agree with a lot of stuff that I have to say, but he contacted me and he wants to come on. So I may be doing that live stream. So I'll let y'all know. And once again, thank y'all very much. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. And I will talk to y'all again soon. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful evening. And thank y'all for watching. And loved one, I see you not on here, but I'm shouting you out. I hope if you watch this, you hear me shout you out. All right, good night.